Winter day 21. If you don't eat fat because you have enough on your body, then you're smart enough not to eat carbohydrates. Okay, let's look at this concept through the directive. The body is already supplied, use it. Okay, so if you're an expert faster, I'm sure you could study and know things, but if you're an expert faster, you'll know something, which is that when you go through autophagy on a regular basis, because you're, not eating 18 or 21 hours out of the day, for example, or 23 hours out of the day, or even every other day, you're not even eating every day, then you start to realize something, which is that once your body gets that you're always processing fat, and when you're processing fat, you don't crave fat because you have enough fat being processed on your body. So I have enough fat, therefore I don't crave one macronutrient, which is fat. Okay. Out of all the nutrients, I particularly don't crave fat when I'm burning fat because my body is using fat. It has fat. It doesn't send a signal to therefore want it. Okay. So that's when you're smart enough. And the reason why you're smart enough is because you're like, I'm not eating carbohydrates, but I'm not eating carbohydrates and I'm eating my meats every day. So I'm eating a few times a day, and I'm craving fat when I eat. So, okay, that's cool. Now you get rid of the carbohydrates out of the meat for sure, and eventually you're just eating a few times a day, and you get hungry for fat. It's so delicious. Hungry for fat is like it's amazing. I love the flavor. But then you're going into autophagy. Okay, you're not eating 3 times a day. You're eating once a day or once every few days, and you're like, when my body is processing fat that much, am I interrupting the autophagy cycle? I don't want any fat. I don't want to eat any. And that's when you're smart enough. You had to know there's a point in your personal experience when you don't want any because you don't eat the carbohydrates. You know that. You know you're an autophagy. So smart enough was a kind of way to understand that you're a long-term faster, you're expert of that for yourself, and you're not eating the carbohydrates because you're exploring autophagy often, and you understand I am not craving fat. So that means in my non-carbohydrate lifestyle, I'm not eating cheese for fat. For fat value. Am I eating these foods for fat value? I'm not attracted to it. I don't want any right now. If I want to enjoy it again, I have to be like, well, I can eat 2 or 3 meals a day, and then I'll start to enjoy it again because it'll change how I'm drawing on fat reserves a bit. But I would say breaking up autophagy might help you explore using fat as a more flavorful. But honestly, if you eat a dirty carb, a dirty carnivore, carb-laden diet, just trace carbs in your meat, then you'll be like, fat, it's exciting again. Cheese is so alive. So I hope that helps and take care.